Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litza and today I want to thank you for joining me in my journey to balance my life, body, mind and soul. I have invited you to come along as well if you feel the need to do so, but I will be sharing with you weekly what I have been up to, hoping that somehow I find that balance that I've been craving in my life. As I've said from the very start, and this is week 3, I'm very blessed and grateful for the life that I have, but sometimes I feel a little bit flat or that there is something missing. So I decided that it is my 60th year, my birthday this year. I'm so happy to, share that with you, that I thought it was time that I took some steps to actually feel better, to actually feel balanced. That's what it's all about. And I think it was Einstein that said the first sign of madness is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Now, I could be wrong on whom, quoted that, and I said it in my own words, but you get the idea. Sometimes we wake up feeling a certain way, but we still continue the same as we did the day before. So that's what this journey is about for me. Changing a few things that will hopefully bring me to a better place, bring me to a more balanced place in my life. Now, last week I introduced stretching. Now, I have been wanting to stretch for a very, very long time. Reason being, I do have a sitting job, and then when I come home, I do my chores and what I need to do, and then I sit and crochet. Because as we know, this is Coco's Crochet, and I love to crochet. And that is very much the same type of, sitting and hunching, and the neck hurts. And I knew that I had to, my stack of books here is about to fall. And I knew that I needed to address the situation for a very long time. Now, I had been in gyms, I had done classes, but I always felt so sore, like there was so much pain associated with those classes during and after. And then I didn't continue because of that very fact. I've tried yoga, many different things. So I thought that it was time that I did something about it. And I found here on YouTube, there are so many creators that have put out so many videos for us to follow. So the criteria was met. I didn't have to leave the house. I didn't have to have any special outfits. I didn't have to have any special equipment. And I did do that 8-minute challenge that I talked about last week every single day. Now, by day 5, I remember, and I'd like to share with you, that I almost went to have my shower, because that's what my plan was, every day to do the stretching before I had my shower and get ready for bed. And I almost forgot, but my brain, had a trigger now already, forming that habit. And it reminded me that you haven't done your stretching. So it was already missing if I hadn't done it. So that was amazing. And last night we went out to dinner with some friends, and knowing that, I thought I need to be flexible here, and that had to come into play as well. So I did my stretching through the day, which again reinforced to me how amazing it is that I can do this from my home, feel so good, and not have to rely on, going externally or for a class that you need to book and then miss out, because, life has, different days you might have to change your routine up again. So I thought I would share that with you because that was amazing, and I absolutely love that I've incorporated stretching. I'm going to continue, but I am going to source some other videos because I want to stretch other parts of my body as well, but also incorporate some of the exercises that I was doing, because even though at the time when I was doing it, I felt, the stretch, a little bit sore, but I didn't wake up sore. So I knew that I was on the right track. So those of you that are joining me in this journey, I hope that you had a great experience as well. Please let us know in the comments down below how you're traveling. Now, this week I wanted to address my huge pile of books that are unread. So this is all going to be all about dedicating some time to another hobby that I absolutely love, and that is reading. I have been a reader my whole life, as far back as I can remember. I love the feel of a physical book. I love the excitement of when you see the title and read the blurb on the back and you think, oh my goodness, this is a story that I want to, dive into, immerse myself, and that's what would happen. I also, like reading biographies, autobiographies, And when I talk about reading today, it could be that you've bought a craft book, excuse me, that you've wanted to look through properly and, maybe tag a few pages to see what you would love to make. And that is a huge deal for me too, because I have many, many books, craft books, especially crochet, and many, many magazines, which I really need to go through thoroughly, because again, that is a form of meditation, immersing yourself in something that brings you so much joy. And then there's cookbooks. If you're a cook and you love to experiment, or you just want to freshen up your your cuisine, the meals that you make for yourself and your family, this might be a great opportunity to actually look through a few of the cookbooks that you've acquired over the time and have just flicked through and really made nothing from them. That is somewhere where I'm at with a lot of my cookbooks as well. But now I want to address, I've got at least 15 books here that have been purchased with love and the intention to read them over 3 years ago. And I know that because in this iPad, I also have Audible books. The reason why I stopped buying my physical books and started buying them in Audible form was because I knew that my crochet was taking time away from reading, and I wanted to find a way to incorporate the two together. And a lot of my friends were talking about how they actually had books on audio, and I have seen a lot of YouTubers, like creators, talk about when they're crafting they listen to a book as well. And I thought, I really need to get on board that. But let me tell you, in that Audible library, I have at least double the books waiting, both purchased and free, and I still have 6 credits waiting. So that is just crazy to me, that I have all these amazing books and I haven't put the time in or set aside the time to enjoy a hobby that always brought me so much joy. So what I endeavor to do this week, and it's going to be hard to put a time frame on it because we all know how we can get immersed into a book, whatever it may be that we're reading. But I want to at the very least, allocate 20 minutes a day that I either, and I haven't made this decision yet, that I either open up a physical book, and the whole aim here is to choose one, because that way I'm not starting chopping and changing, different books, because you never end up finishing them that way. So I'm going to choose one book from this pile here, or one Audible book, or I might actually have a physical book, because I do love the feeling of opening the book, reading through the pages. And the nice thing about having a physical book is if you need to go back, you can actually go back and reread it, and so it can really sink in. Because sometimes we're lost in the translation of the written word to our imagination, like playing it out like a movie. So I think that's what I might do actually. I'll pick a physical book and I'll spend at least 20 minutes every day reading from that book. I won't do a chapter, like I won't say one chapter and then I'm done. 20 minutes, no pressure. 20 minutes goes by so quickly, we all know that. And then I thought, my Audible books, while I am crocheting, I can actually have one in the background. I watch a lot of YouTube videos and I have so many yarny friends that I absolutely get immersed in all those, but there comes a time through the day when I'm all caught up. So this will be a great opportunity to delve into both of my libraries, both physical and audio. Now I know a lot of you have Kindles. Again, that's a great a great source to actually have your books collected. Pick one if you're coming along this journey, whichever format. It doesn't matter about the format, it doesn't matter about the actual book. It's about taking that time to actually immerse ourselves in one of our books. It has been a very long time since I've actually thought it's time to open up a book, other than crochet magazines, which I do get and flip through, other than crochet books that I do look through, but then I put them away and I don't actually take the next step, action that. But I think that this time round I'm going to read for pure enjoyment, just the joy of reading and finishing a story or getting as far as I can. And again, I'm hoping that I'll form that habit where I continue to incorporate reading, whether it be physical or audio, into my daily routine. I know there are only so many hours in a day, but eventually, when I've experimented and tried all these new things that I'm trying to incorporate into balancing my life, then maybe I can work out, I'm thinking by the end of the year, I do a little timetable of, I do this at this time and this at this time, so that I can enjoy all the changes, the ones that I think are, going to serve me best. And I do believe that reading a book or listening to a book is certainly a great start to that. So I wonder how many of you have, already thought of a book that you might want to immerse yourself in. If not, take the time to sit down and find the right book. Don't just jump in. Pick the one that you want to read first or listen to first. So that is going to be my little journey this week, my little task. I still haven't found a word other than task, but those of you that are joining me, please let us down in the comments down below, or via email, whichever way you want to share. And if you don't want to share, that's absolutely fine, as long as you're having fun on your journey to balance your life. So thank you once again for joining me, and until I see you all very, very soon, take care everyone. Bye bye for now.